Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Uncle Mad. Last day here in Atlanta. Getting packed up, getting ready to check out of the hotel, but we do have some fun activities that we're going to attempt to get in today before we head back to Nashville. So, trying to make the most out of this trip. It was basically a quick trip, one full day down here, but getting the most out of our time in Atlanta since it's been so long since I've been here. So, first thing we're going to do, we are headed back to Truist Park to do a stadium tour. While we were at the game yesterday, I was like, I wonder if they've got any stadium tours available Friday. Booked one for 10 o'clock in the morning. Figured that'd be something to get in, do, move on from there. But excited about it because, like I said, this whole trip, first time in Atlanta forever, first time I've been to Truist Park, so to get to go do the tour now. Excited to do that. But first, breakfast. No biscuits and gravy today. It's just sausage, meat, and potatoes. Disappointing. All right, we're back. Time to do a little tour ski. Just pointed out, this whole thing is Legos. You wouldn't necessarily notice it unless you look close, but yeah, so it's 17,000 Legos. Going up to the top of the stadium to start up there, which is cool because that's like one area we did not explore yesterday.
They built this in the battery in about 3 or 4 years. So okay, so before I talk a little bit more about the ballpark, I'll show you the battery. So we're going to go with this right now. Now the battery, a lot of people ask me, how did they come up with that name, the battery? Well, in baseball, you have a pitcher and a catcher. And the pitcher and the catcher works as a unit, so they call that unit the battery. So pitcher, catcher, baseball, battery. So it's kind of a play on words for baseball.
Said they used a helicopter to drop this like mobile trailer bar into this area of the park. That's insane.
On the big screen, or you can watch it right here on the little monitors right here. So this is open to us all the time. Anytime the hotel, you can watch the game from the balcony. Then, after the 7th inning, go jump in the swimming pool. So hey, you got the best of all worlds. So anyway, this is the Battery Atlanta over here. And one of the most popular spots, well, not the most popular spots, but right here in front of you, the Georgia Power Pavilion. So before the baseball game, I guess the restaurant, pretty much whatever you need to have entertainment. And another reason why you wanted to do the battery like this is the parking, because a lot of the players, they don't live here. This is not their primary home, so they always have to have somewhere to live in. So anyway, a lot of the guys started living in the battery, and so also players got a parking lot. Also, now coming up.
Just said some of the apartments here in the Battery are only like $1,600 a month for a one bedroom, which is not crazy, especially like a nice area like this.
Water goes up under the field into this big tank reservoir type deal, and that same rainwater, they use that same rainwater to irrigate the baseball field, so they conserve water that way, and plus at the same time it's draining the baseball field as well. And as you can see, I don't know what they're doing in the infield this morning, but with the infield, they also use a different type of mixture of dirt. So when it rains, we get those real quick pop-up showers. A lot of times they can't get the tarp out there quick enough to cover up the infield. So they put that mixture out there to keep from getting wet so fast.
So they're expanding the Battery over to this backside of the stadium here. Truist is going to put like a new headquarters in, but there's also going to be like more retail and restaurant space back here, which is why these like massive cranes are back here. They're starting the process of building a new. Oop, I'm getting left behind.
So anyway, this area we're in now, this is where all those guys sit. So like right
This is
here,
where Dave O'Brien sits.
Kind of designated area for those people with pretty much whatever organization they're working with. Like right here, MLB.com, the lady that works for them, she sits right here. The Associated Press and the visiting media is down there. Sport franchises in all the sports. Braves started back in 1871 in Boston, Massachusetts. as the Boston Red Stockings. So the Red Sox indicate the World Series championships that the Braves have won. So they won their first one in 1914 in Boston. Then they moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1953, and they won another one in 1957. Then they came down to Atlanta in 1966, and they won the first one here in 1995, and the most recent one in 2021. Now the two white ones indicate the wild card. Those are the 2 years the Braves got in the playoffs through the wild card. Now the light blue ones indicate the years they made it to the playoffs through the league championship when they won the National League, and the dark blue ones is when they won a division to make it to the playoffs. Now, right below that you see the big cow out there. That's Kathy the cow. The cow was named after Truist Cathy, the founder of Chick-fil-A. So the cow, Kathy, she used to do the tomahawk chop, right? But Kathy doesn't do the chop anymore. So we're like, what happened to Kathy? Well, she woke up one morning and her arm was really, really sore. So she had to go see Dr. Tommy John. And so Dr. Tommy John said, Kathy, you're going to need Tommy John surgery. So she doesn't do the chopping anymore. So basically right in front of Kathy now is a message board. And the message board says, eat more chicken, hit home runs, and things like that.
That's
so,
a good disco
I think Kathy likes that a lot better than having to do that chop every game.
You can see this on the way in. These are cool little paintings of the OGs. Guess you gotta follow instructions on these things. Okay. Ooh, almost lost it. That's a big Coca-Cola sign and the drum for the chop. Tarped off in case it rains. We did have some rain last night, so that's probably why that's like that way. Crazy views from up here.
In April 1974, Babe Ruth had 714 home runs, which was a lot of home runs. A lot of people figured that record would never be broken. But Hank Aaron did for the Terriers.
I'm not a drinker, but that bottle of wine's pretty cool. Might need that huge Braves bottle of wine.
The Hank Aaron Terrace. So it's a pretty nice view. I mean, you know, but normally when they reserve this area up here or whatever, they have this reserved as well at the same time.
Got a good look on this side of all the Braves retired numbers there.
Now, the baseball and the bat was originally in Cooperstown, New York, which is a Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. And they would only give it to the Atlanta Braves organization on a member basis. So whenever they wanted to do exhibits and things of that nature. So Hank Aaron had put in his will that he wanted the baseball and the bat to stay with the Braves organization as long as there was a Braves organization. So Major League Baseball said, okay, we're good with that. So anyway, the baseball bat and the ball will stay with the Braves organization as long as there's a Braves organization. Now Hank Aaron really wasn't a big guy. Hank Aaron, 5'11" at most, but he had really quick wrists. Abstract. In the background, you see Hank Aaron, the catcher, the umpire, and so those are 715 bat knobs, and each one of the bat knobs represent the first home run and the day you hit that home run on, and the second, and the day the third, and the day before, so on, so on, so on. So it's
The awards and stuff displayed here. That is, I don't know who that even supposed to be. Is that Jeffrey Core? Oof, terrible picture. That's hilarious. Max Fried, yeah, looks like Max Fried for sure. Obviously, this is the fancy club area. Look at this guy. Former manager of the Braves. That's hilarious. Joe Torre. They don't put Freddie Garcia up here? Oh, that's his name up. That should tell you all you need to know. I didn't even get his name right. Got a sushi and poke bowl place in here. That's pretty fancy. Tour guide just said this is Alex Anthopoulos' private suite, so this is where the GM watches the games from. Kind of walked through here yesterday, but part of the tour today.
Just kind of give you an idea of the Braves, what the players look like back in Boston in the late 1800s, Jersey War, 1976.
This board has like the history of the time they were in Boston and Milwaukee. Interesting stuff there. I don't know if I ever knew that Cy Young actually was a part of the Braves organization. That's pretty cool. I knew Babe Ruth had played in Boston, but I didn't know Cy Young had, so it's pretty cool. Got the Braves Hall of Fame here, all the people that have been inducted into the organization Hall of Fame. Joe Torre, Leo Mazzone, some of the more recent ones. Terry Pendleton, Joe Simpson, Tim Hudson. That's an interesting one. Got to look at these during the game yesterday, but here they are again. 2021 World Series trophy. And the 95 trophy and ring. This whole stretch here is for all the Braves players that have made it to the actual Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. Gloves for pitchers, bats for field players. Chipper and Ted Simmons are the latest, but they'll be adding one soon for Crime Dog. That's awesome. What a piece of memorabilia to keep. This is awesome. The Sid Bream knee brace. So this is a reproduction of the jersey Hank Aaron wore when he broke the record. I bet his real stuff is like in Cooperstown or something like that, probably. Holy crap, this is the 1957 championship ring. Look at that compared to like the ones we just saw from the more recent years. Passing by my favorite food stand again. So Visitors Clubhouse is here, Braves Clubhouse is down there. He just said off season, those are part of the tour, but in season, they don't go in there. Makes sense. I'd like to see it, but you know, I can understand why you wouldn't want to go in a active player's locker room right now.
Baseball game, the gates open at 5:30. Some days 4:30 on the weekends. People get here at 5:30 or whatever, come down, have dinner, which is included in your 225. Go back up to your seat. In between innings, come down, get it, refreshments or whatever. So so if you got two people, we got 550.
This is the Delta 360 Club. It's kind of like, the premium sections we've set at Nashville SC games. Said tickets for this area that get you like access to this whole area, only $225. And that also includes your parking for the game. So that's like kind of not crazy. Like the bar here is called the Gold Glove Bar, and it's got a bunch of the Gold Glove awards that Braves players have won over the years. That's kind of cool theming there. This is the most expensive private lounge in the stadium. Got private wine lockers. It's wild.
This is the Truist Park lounge. You got your restaurants down there, down in that area there. So it's pretty. I'm gonna show you guys the seats out here. It's not a really big area, so you don't have a lot of people that's gonna have access to this lounge down here.
$525 a seat. Have to be bought in pairs. Have to make a 2-year commitment, he just said. The screen thing, I wonder what this is. That's kind of cool. Huh. That'd be fun. All these seats right behind, like the Truist Club seats, would be the Delta Skyline Club seats. And like I said, I mean, $225 is expensive, but for these seats, that club access, parking, not a bad deal. May have to look into that next time I come down here, especially if you can find one knocked down a little bit online.
One of the guys were like trying to get a foul ball in foul territory. When they get on the gravel, they realize that they're getting close to
Braves dugout here. This is where Michael Harris will straddle this thing and do his little flappy arms thing when someone hits a home run. Pretty sweet. Field level access, just getting to hang out on the field at Truist Park. Oh, there's a bug in my sunglasses. Blah. Clubhouse would be back that way. A little bike for players to stay warm and loose. Ronald slot. Push a button. It's cool. Look at all the monitors here. They can watch replays and stuff. Bullpen phone, replay phone, press box phone. I don't know why they would ever need to call the press box though, unless they've got like a extra coach or scout up there or something that they need to get in touch with. Or they call the announcers and be like, hey, stop being so mean to us on the broadcast. Probably not supposed to record this because it's the secret stuff.
You okay, bud? Getting hot out here for you? Watching the baseball game, to me, like it's more socializing going on than watching the baseball game. I'm going to show you guys a picture when we get out. People, wow, what's cool, man? One of the best things that I've ever seen people play the best. This picture showed,
below the chop, little seating area right below the chop house. I don't know that I'd ever want to sit here. It's kind of hot and muggy in here, and chain link fence in front of you doesn't give you the best views of the field. You do have USB ports where you can charge your devices though, so that's kind of cool. So this is the actual chop house. So we're now, I was gonna say above the chop, but we're actually in the chop, I guess you would say. Not bad. Not bad at all. Came over here to look at what this quote was, and I think it needs some work to run out there. And you see that many fans, you see those tomahawks in unison going back and forth. I just felt like you couldn't come into Atlanta and beat us. David Justice. Justick. So the seats here have charging discs that you can just put your phone on to charge. Technology. It's amazing. All right, so that does it for our tour of Truist Park. Very cool, get to kind of wander around the stadium. It's basically like a tour of like all the premium seating areas more than anything, but still cool to kind of see the ins and outs of the stadium on like an off day. There's no game today, so there's like a lot of deep cleaning stuff going on at the field while we were in there, but very cool, glad I did it. Definitely if I come back in the off season, I want to make sure I try to do the tour again in the off season when I can actually go in the clubhouse and see that, but that's it for this one. I may have one last trick up my sleeve for this Atlanta trip. Not sure yet, debating on if I want to pull out my last little trick or not, but the only way you'll find out is if you subscribe to the channel with the bell turned on for notifications. And then you'll find out if the next video is here in Atlanta or if it's somewhere else. But either way, there's going to be a next video. Thanks for watching as always. We'll see you in the next one, whatever it may be. Battery is very different today compared to yesterday when there was a game going on. Understandably so, obviously. Wonder if all these apartments just happen to buy the same Braves flag or if it's like a welcome gift when you move in.